lost in your sorrows, roll your ring and try to watch TV and take a drive out to the sea. You might break down, but you can break free. Standing in a crossfire, hanging from a high wire, reaching for a lost smile that's hiding in the wind. We're standing in a crossfire, stranded on a live wire, running for a reason and looking for a friend.
Yat shiketo shadene arohada kisi horoya tenebananta Dr. Buu Nygren. I dot the mo to tinge March 13th on a yos kas wash tats at Hanais Kahigi. A hen hedini to the hojahata kiso yopa hen sintle horo hisenda wheelne don led da hil seoda yopa heta no sin adomona outlet yo hanen gets enel ingi ba heta nitzendo siego ha askisto Nelgida, Tatonoda, Alkinade, Kato, Alkeda Dilneto, Ahina de Chida, Ebe, a hand, Hidinidle, Shamasanado, Shichido, Lashim, Shana, Sitsile, Shitejida, Bedag, Agi, Shin Hot, a head or let yo, Bahin Senota, Horohanen, Janish, Shidane, Ashodo, Pichihate, Zito, Ashonata, Sadia, that Egido, Hanet, the Yada, Egi, Babies Nahodation, Soho, Hail Kada, Dibakanish, Ito, Hot. Bad the husband or late the snow. Ishing ba hoda no sindel, do head or late the hodo, Hane Schlegi, Hodoshin Howdolgish, the Hodo Howdon, Ehani, Dodon da Anish, Bahwin Zinigi, the Hodo de Mo Biscan, Ishin St. Patrick's Day, or late March 17, Hot old Chinyas and Slinger Hashim, the 8 Hatler go dot is Asho Hadildini, Hot Odo Hayden dots it at the no the Hashim, but aged the Hoda Ishin Hoto, and laid the Mobis Kanashim, Hot on 8 Hatler go dot she be Hadel do nil St. Patrick's Day she went on Bedasnito Lela Yego Kindastanagoda New York City da Boston Chicago she kin had the dilteto a leather de Kio de Hoto yo she hoto Gianda de Yado Hoto Sanda Atle Nikishedo Hodanit Edoshim to be Hania she and 8 Hatle got that dot she be Hadel do Carter Hated up 8 and get so kid she order but no edo gas chinda so that dots halahot in the noda. Is she hot edelis, is she to be hanito, is she to be trahot, eto, doshin hot o hadn't eat and that or that's the yagodot legion yish that that's like credits, they be hadn't in them, hot only the mobis can cut a godot robet dizzy. Is she hot edelis, St. Patrick's Day, Monday, March 17, the Honanagi, Hanet Leg and Kikea, the Bakada, Hotoda Sad, and Dail, Inge Eshin Hodo, Division of Children and Family Services, Eshin Hodo Hanan Dail, Inge, and Kikeda, and Linigin, Pike, Dest, Do, Sashi, Amma, Asahada, Alchinias, Mado, Jad, Asahada, Alchinias, Yo Ishoda, Ado, Amasanado, Chair, and Nullad and Lord, Alchinias, Yatahas, Agido, Eshin Hodo Sad, Yadat, Egi, Eshin Do Hajo, Ake, Dest, Sata, Nadal, Sondo, Nahedet, Zihida, Yego, Joba, Hunzendo, Satada, Dodges, Dow, Hosdil, Zego, the Aleda, Oda, Njil, Chiloda, Nkanada, Do Adat, Odo, Wedges, Da, Leda Bans is a case, Do Nahedet, Zihi, Jogoda, Sashi, Bake, El Cheda, Nalt Sauce, the begin, Das, Inti Banses, case, Do Dida, and Nadish, Lil, Do Dishit, Ah, Noda, Ehot, O, Ishi, and Sahak case, Don't East, Do Nisazini, Hajobik, Destino, Eshi, on, Juno, Data Hasiando, Eda, Ekoda, Haishin Kananish, Halianto, Hedra Begates, Indo, that Enigi, Nelsasin Zenigi, Da Holia no, Ishin Division of Children and Family Services, Ado da Heda da Yegum, Heda which had this sit on the soinly, Nikelchindon, so Kedon, I done that the Yego basin lady, Behanenda, Chagi, the Bita dos www.ndcf.org, Ada, Ishin Hot Oda Band, that not Hato Heda, Shahato Zito Yego, National Kingston of So, Ishin Ad, Bahaza, Ado Hone, Nanigi, the Nebidaho Yato, Chihadapin, Kagi, the Nebesalao, but has Anigi, Hanendale, Ingi, Dishiro, Katin, Doba Anna, Kibnachego, Troche, Bilhahot Zoge, Salah, but has Anigi, Chastity, Tall Brother, Alcedi, Sunday, Wash, Chin, Tragone, Yos, Castle, Sheep Springs, Hawan, Sandaz, Neligi, Ashin Annet, that he wrote no, do Hanet, Annate later, Edan, Lenigi had no, and so Gish la des is do Trat the Haljan, and so Nakidineza Dean, Eta Edlo, Hunstas do, but not Yish Klish, do, but see Yish Klish, Ado, but say the Yisetineda, Slijingo, 8 knots only, do Yish Klish go, but 8 large Egi, Yise is do Ke, Nike, baby, Kessa, baby, Bahozinigi, Yise is no, Ado Hanetta, do, Hodanaga, do, Hodi Yilsan, the Hanet Sanke, the Halonche, Tropes has Angis, Larbage, the Hadosnem, 505-368-1315, a Shlato, Nazbasto, a Shlato, Tra, do Hastra, do Sebi, a Sla, Tra, a Shla, Nazbas, Eshi Aj, the Hadosnem, Ado, the Neben, the hosts, and Clifford Yellowhair, Banna hosts, and do Yat no, Hane, and the Liagi, Lobahita Nitin, Esio J, do Satoshin, or Sorgi, Head, or Lit, Ado Hone, Nanagi, Nanish, Sonda Liagi, Hori and Lee, the Neba Washington, because Anigi, Slow do, Naz Lonship, Dest, Ingi, because Anigi, and they hate all and Junon, lay Slot and Linigi, lay Slot, Slappison that has Anigi, Beso, Washington, do, Kayap, Dest, Ingi Beso, Slabela, as a same, this Dean, Doba Anaki, the Miliajam, Birako, Neshi, Nappy Ponds, but the Nenigi, Begay, Dest, Idolate, Hot Enigi, lay Slow, Hat Nenigi, Razorback, Sucker, Hat Nenigi, Nad no sailed only to Nilinigi, be Hundo, Lile Hot o Asho, the Holon, Le Toyat Econ, Lido, no, Hot o, a Saton de Lodo, and Alkahigi, Eshin Hot o, Todabige, Dest, Indo, Sodabige, Dest, Ingi, Hot o, Sat Nad no sailed o, Standard, this Dina, Hayadam, a star a bit neat Dean, Hat Nin them, Digi Hajo, Nahodot, later, no, but the Enishigi Asho, Eshin Saturday Baho, the needs in the Tro, then Lenigi Bige, Dest, Indo, Sata, the Nether Chidayos, Indo, Yegate, the Tleto, Gianda, Sayendale, Ingi, 8 Linig in Juno, Yat Etel, Ehot Odo, Hayuda, Childan Linigi, the no Sela, do, Sato Dan Le Sato, Childan Linigi, Nachote, Leto, Ehot, Shiba, the Nosilation, and the Mona Outlet, she tro, Del Kahido, Bahayani, Bige, Desting, Eshioto, Baho the Nosilation, Navigation, Fish and Wildlife, so Nenigi, Danes, Antoleto, Tro, Ashobina, the Hot Londo, Noda, Asian Hot Edolis, Ado Nanigi, Shijbe, Lunata is Lingi, Ashi Division of Children and Family Services at Nenigi, Ashi Hodo, Amado, Jadat and Lenigido, Chinezda, Sisat up the Liado, Hada Hot in the Beso Belanda is Ling, Ashi Baby Kanda, Awodo, has Angida, Haila, did not Jato Onorangida, Ashon Haida, she does Casa Noda, Baby Khan de Logi, Edna Kidineza, Dana Wash Latin, the meal, Yaja, Honela, Todenesh, Communities Against Family Abuse, no, Hoto, Beso, Baby Kai, Rodole, Ado, Victim Witness Services for Coconino County, Elto Aja, Hastad and Nezet, Doba, Hastratin, Doba, Din, the meal, Yaja, Honela, Beso, Baby Johilial, Ehoto, Amado, Jado, Chinias, the Baby Kanda, Awogi, Hodabdilia, Tidabdilia, Ashon, but Hajobich Yat, Do, Ayo, Nidashi, Ashon, Aj, and Dan Chegi, the Adolf Roberta's place at no, Elto, Tadaneza, Din, the Bash, Latin, the Bas, Tra, the Miliaja, Honela, Lobich, Holiadole, Ehoto, Ashon, Baby Kanda, Elogi, Hoja, Bethas Anigi, Asi Hajos, Hilta, Nilzindo, Beso, no, Tahigi, Family Violence Prevention Services Act, American Rescue Plan Supplemental Funding, Kat no, Eshin Hoto Ashon, Beso, Kana, or Woto, Ehoto, Bahodan, no sindole asi tene ye go bichin da hoi na do khada da bedil in to tkida da bedil in ashon aje dan che ishin lo ajen dal nishigi kha do ajo de no nishigi ado lo ne nanigi tene bitsis bichin da hoi nanigi da ashon beso be ka I loden dem ana be a no ishin bichin hol yagi asad de mil sa do ba ana kidneze din de mil ya jonne lago beso bichin hol yande ishi yego kedene bitsis bichin da hoi nanigi ashon you can da lo do you can da zido you chantan da askalgi etene Association for Disabled Citizens no ishi kana be ana dishikan nash ba holya ishi ashon beso ashon chide dos in no nas dot as no be las sin ishi hot on juno a kha do le hot o aro nal so strada da jato la sha is an khida de nedabjin da hoi nanigi be kan da so yida a kha do le hot o kilba da hozen do le ishi hot o de neba Washington da sato yen da lo yido sato da neshige kha do le aro to ni alla de mil sa do ba ashla nezetin de milya ishi strengthening families and services at the Family Crisis Center in Farmington, New Mexico mado jado hawan has anigi holzilo do nilkha no ishi thot khajbel khaz anigi ishi be ka ilo do le ishi hoto anjuno a huichi at isto and sahake sto khait ola do thind do nil do no da do oho ata aro hiego da nabjin da hui now da na altzi higida ado hawanda da tenago e hoto be ka I yetle ishi hoto naltsos be la aslingi ishi honela 1.5 million Family Violence Prevention Services Act American Rescue Plan supplemental funding ishi hoto at Washington de peso no tahigi ye el rodole ishin sandal nishida sa peso yikendal nishtole do khada kin sandaz neligida ado lada be kata e yedigida ado sada shirida benda bade gehigida e hot oda peso chide dol in no ishi so aja asa nthandal nishigi kehadole Family Crisis Center no tot kapel has anigi e hot o 1.5 million bich holyadole ishi hot on jono be nada not edole do the nepich shlis nenigi be kan das hoige kehadole yo ba hensin sata da khagola de shato hele bich hotishne da no som ishi hodo ba hoda no sindole di do be khanas tel kidashi do di do peso das sozne do don de chida ida ne di kadashon aj tlato das hoige la ida la peso bich hoda do ni le hoto kedene ye kan dal hoto no e hoto be da inshi yo ba hensin ado ne nanigi nanish sagi da be da inshi hodo shinli Tohatchee Public Substation hoto ni no 4 acres shi hoto kayab khotso 491 tin biga ho and jano and dot al no bohtesta she peso be la slingi sta alla de mil sa bahato lelo na acha do bik ho kin dot al do bik ha di do khadl dot nil do di hodo toya da hay dot se do besle chida kin bin da dot egi do di enol nindo le no e bohtesta ho she to hachi ke da hanat eni ba hoda no sinda da se yego jono bohtesta di do nani di e be kedo alsko da ajcha do di enol nindo di eni be khadl dot nil no e she be kedo de kin de netigi bi hona dot nil e hone la bana hatot le no aro shi ha dot jish di da je hona hot ada jono e di bit don nish no da shi china dot as peso la china ne de sinil e shoto il bada hazindel to hachi substation bohotest adel e shojo public safety because anigi di she because anigi shin ze ich in da shidet so yaje da khada de je to le contain tsesigi da aro salao da hashi bitin da has adel e hoto khab khaz a yir go don zago bitin da ache da le to a yir go a khan da al to le e hoto kinit agi hodo be shlan na go she stand as a 15,000 square feet e hoto kin sa adel e hoto bina anshigi ba hoda no sindole ado to li kushin de zile da be la azli be shwas ando shi hodo kede be la asli e beso an hin ke beso nenegi allade nezet din do on se be do on din the million sa 184 million les tuido sani da percentage anegi la anidin na ta hito nilto sa khadal dol nil no e digi ke masan don ke chedon ke nale da enegi jokin das nilge belt e do no e shi hodo kapita inni shi go nalso sa khinde yinil di hodo bil don nisto hodo ashon skin la chil dot alla e aita da ajcha to aita kin en de nilgi aita chide sinil ta kadido beso da pata no alkeen de nil eshojo Department of Health hoje shanda anishido Division of Community Development nenigi eshi alke sezon alkesna anish yedil nish eshi hodo sebetin do anaki honela senior centers nenigi beso bejo hodol do nilo beta do nish no ekat yedil nish hodoshin din da kushin na de zelo honela leishanana khado hode ke hat enigi tra nazle betas anigi ashon leishanana khano sada nadal do tsin eshi hodo ba hodo no sinele to da inishigi yo ba hensin do beso chite anigi do beso ben do nishigi ela yese nila akhat nila hastuido sani ke desti no da kenyada at egi bilanna da otlito le no eka tati behot ahlot ado to honne nanigi in the nebo Washington nilchi nal kedigi do alada hizada het olan juno khadl do nilto jo khuje the nebenant abel has anigi ashon hizaji nal sosta do le ni nal sosta bi do inda hoidol alkha no hajol khilna nisha no hoto tladadze the Navajo prep hat nenigi besol traigi da khadl do nilto khilna nisha nenigi eshi hoto so ba hodo no sinal lashi ado khad auch gis Navigation TV nenigi hoto beta nicht to lech ado to tati beta nicht na hallen jadi asad milia ja hawando nenigi ado hodo be khanast di do hat nebenant ash del nada do di hawan hat neligi di na khadelse ashla den nada nelto sadrelze ati da den nada nelne je kan adamo asta strats at da honela hawani ne 16 hawan the nebichu hodal ya do ad hawan landa has disease you all 16 homes delivered by Chid Homes a large shanan leshige kendesiazi hoto jono inaba eshin khato lada adnen lo nan shi yosligi hoto jono khato ndal nisho hawan the nebichu hodal ne astrats at da honela hawan lanan nilhono beshil nahon hoto qade benada inishigi trobel ya da hidot sito beshil chida ya da hidolt eshi neka do intu الخلنا النشلو بتاع النش هتو أصلا ميل يجهنا هواني نلدينا خجا سيجي ونجون دولة طبعا سكيس توشي أصلا ميل يجه هواندني نلشي لا دنا من دال نشجي لا بيسو بجه دال يادو لا دشي تين بعدا لا باندا إني تو جيان دندا إني كده بيسو تشديوس إنو دات تو إن الخادا يا نهين تيجي هتو نجونو يات إن سمان سكيس يجديو بتاع النش يشي هتو هوان ده نيلتو تخدا يا ده سيتو بيسل تشينا يا ده ايجي ايوبا هين سنتم هتو ليغا ستراتات ده هوان لنانا نلغي دو ندي هنا هوت ادش اند السوديل يا نو انتشي نجنو نانشتو ليسن سوندا بانسس كيس هتو ده انشي هيهدو ليس ادو خار لسنا اتلي نورا ايلبان ناد التي نو اشي دمو يجغون Northern Agency Council meeting Sanasti chapter دشي اشي 9 o'clock ده خالجيش شيء عادة يسا large شندال نشي أي عادة لو تحلونه لي شيء نايدك دوت خات نازل بسنا النشجي إذا شيء عادة أدخل أصلاً ده هو تليل تليل شيء عادة سناستي شيء Northern Agency Council meeting دو ثون لي دمو يجون لي بالديل ده سنلده يو تخرج بالخاط زوجة جول نال نيجي شيء عادة دو دي هو يسكون ده دا إنيش كون سين جكين دو تلكيد ده أنجي ده دين Kirtland Central Lady Broncos da Gallup Lady Bengals da ishin 4A ado Navajo Prep Lady Eagles da 3A hoto jol ilnal negi keshila chara do khe ade beldil da senelede yego da holnya do kita not do khana da not kha chanda khego ado lon kelchin yego junon da not kenegi khado le se yego ye khanda da khato se yego yetan lengi khado le mado jado keda no lengi hoton kelchin tsisi ke dest do khilna annish do alada haishin do leligi binyanaj di na bino aro ikhili jiji da shiyego ban sa kesi eshibe akhado le khishi da hanes nanigi lo ba da hanes nanigi alkhil to hajodo le to shi do da hanes nago do aro benina khoda not agim to shin ke tsits in de hondal in nasko na holjish no eshin to anan kin bolt khalto hot o shin do le hot en tashi da khidil sel yat eta khildi nilata nen kichida ishata dalchen da khidilne do sholta sholtsado he yat heshen nant ada dashil doni tata yo ayo ta na hat in se yego de nebe khana na sholto to oshkada she waya je dene jolta benale shan hunt like edo yon sindale e are shin dot han slon dot oshnale at ene da hiltsana shin yat da hildi niltona ede kidan son she lo e shandal ne shi e shna khasle in da budishni e do edo she ke tada do khata dia si yego sa shi de nebichin da hui na do na ede desh kiltanos eben ya she ke tada kha da budishnoda edo da na hot on na ede kin ke da hadlo esh na da kha a ko shandal ne shi da anegi da ke besh me ne da I kade do lilton ke da dil agina ikide do zo ado the mobis kanadan kitchen da hadolne e hoto da ne be ke avocado le landa outlet da trade shale e shi ba hoda no sindole to ke ro shi kede be hastigi de hodo de nebenant Dr. Buu Nygren hoje the mona outlet on juno hanen ke jenish in don Francis ke sa huitje na Francis ke sto het ole do le di de ne hanem jena de shlito a shon dit o da en nisto benada en nisto hode nana shado le noda e hot on genenje nish in Francis ke sto ba hensen de nebenant da shoslado de na kinache na nish na khaish nisto kodo be hanaste na kinanache hasti da yegon da dil nishto shnoda e hot on juno nasko hol jistol e shibe a khadole ado ne ke na da hajutlo do yana da not etole shnohro di internet data zine do de dan ke des ege e shibe da not o nasko nani katole hagone ke dini dole Yat shike dosha dene arochada kisi horoya tenebananda Dr. Buu Nygren. I da the mo do tinge March 13th on a yos kas wash kats at the hanail kaigi. A head hedini de hoja hata akiso yopa hin sintle horo hilinda wheelne don led da hil seo da yopa heta no sin adomona outlet yo hanen gej enel ingi ba heta nitzendo a siego ha askisto hon nelgida da doch noda alkinna de khato alkeda dilne to ahinna de chida ebe ahan kidini dole shmasana do shche do shin shinna sitsile shte da beda kagi shin hot o ahad dole yo ba hin sinota hodo hanen je nesh ihum shidene a shodo bichi hades to a shonata sa ya da egi do hanet da ya da egi bebes na hodeshin so hodo hel khada di be khanish to e hot bes بعد هازند لیت شنو ایشی با خود در نسند تو که هد لیتی خدا خن اشلهگی خداش ها دالجش دی خدا ها دان ای خنی تو دان دانش با خوین زندگی دی خدا دمو بیس کن ایشی St. Patrick's Day لیت March 17 ای خود
Good afternoon. Yat a chik a do should ne she a ya nash as a touching in so to han a bashin beep it got ne da should che a she and national auto should not she a ya Veterans Administration Executive Director auto yat a nan and shnido le ni his allowed so if you had ni hin spa to Dirigi nquishnet update da janenigi dirigi ni hin nan shazli on needy Arizona State Representative Blackman has a bill, Stolen Valor Bill, Dajanenegi. We've been there with the support of the Advisory Council for the Navajo Nation Veterans Administration Advisory Council and supporting this bill, which is important to many of our Navajo veterans, indicating that there will be harsher penalties for individuals who commit stolen valor. The next one is the Claim Shark Bill. Representative Tracy Travers is the representative introducing this bill, and this will help our veterans because we have a number of companies, attorneys, paralegals who are trying to cash in on the filing of VA benefits for many of our veterans. We want to make sure that our veterans are aware that these services are provided through the Navajo Nation Veterans Administration, as well as through the state of Arizona, New Mexico, and the federal VA, free of charge. At no time should our Navajo veterans be paying for any services to file for their VA compensation or pension. So please be cognizant, share that information with the veterans in your family and surviving spouses if they're going to be applying for their benefits through the VA. We have been working with Dr. Andy Nez and the Navajo Nation Council, first and foremost, adopting the Navajo Nation Veterans Housing Policy for the ARPA funding. So that has successfully passed, and we'd like to say thank you to Dr. Andy Nez for making sure that has been introduced and sponsored by him, and thank you to the 25th Council for approving this amendment. And also for the Veteran Trust Fund increase, that is a legislation that's currently in the works, and we are being helped by, again, Dr. Andy Nez for an increase for the Veterans Trust Fund set aside from 4% to 8% or possibly 12%, depending on the outcome of these debates and how they see fit these fundings would best benefit our Navajo veterans. So we're looking forward to this increase. There's never been an increase for the Veterans Trust Fund set aside since the inception of the policy and the use of the Veterans Trust Fund, which was initiated in 1998. So it's well over 20 years that we've been waiting for an increase, and we believe with the cost of living that has increased, this set aside and the allocation for the Veteran Trust Fund would be best benefited for our veterans. Next is the codification for Title II, which will recognize chapter veterans organizations under the chapters, and they will be specifically listed in Title II of the Navajo Nation Code. We are hopeful this passes to give more recognition to the chapter veterans organizations and the work that they do at the chapter level. Moving back forward to the New Mexico state, recently we were at the New Mexico state legislations, and we witnessed the recognition of the agency commanders for Eastern Agency. So Commander Hosky Key, Commander Young Jeff Tom, and Commander Sherilyn Juan were recognized by Representative Abeda, in which they were recognized for not only their service, but also for their leadership to their chapter veterans organization. And then we also have at that time, we also were able to speak to Senator Pinto with our ideas to move forward with a tiny home village on the New Mexico side of the Navajo Nation. The next thing I'd like to update you about is the Navajo Land Nursing Home. The Navajo Land Nursing Home is currently a project that is being worked on with the help of Division Director Sherilyn Yazzie and her team there at the Division of Health. We are working towards this grant to establish a nursing home on Navajo Nation for veterans and to have that built and constructed in Chinle, Arizona. So we're hopeful this project is going to continue to move at the pace it's moving to where we have a nursing home here within the next 24 months. We have some upcoming events, the first one being the Women Veterans Conference, which will be held on March 20th at the Twin Arrows Resort and Casino. We invite all women veterans to be a participant at this particular conference, where you will be recognized for your service to your country, as well as providing a valuable opportunity to file for your VA benefits in a comfortable, confidential space to obtain more information about a number of services afforded to women veterans, more specifically the Military Relief Fund, which helps families with financial hardships and financial needs, with the VA health care and the VA benefits, and the specific services directed to women veterans. The next is the Northern Navajo Veterans Organization meeting. The Northern Agency meeting will be happening tomorrow, March 20th at Baclabato, New Mexico at 9 o'clock. And then the Western Agency meeting will be happening on April 15th at 10 o'clock a.m. in Loop, Arizona. And then Fort Defiance Agency, their meeting is April 4th at 9 o'clock at Delcon Chapter. Central Agency will be having their meeting March 28th at 10 o'clock at Saylee Chapter. So I look forward to seeing all of our leadership and all of our veterans there and having a good day of discussions and hearing all the concerns and providing these updates as well. For housing, we've had 4 homes delivered in Central Agency this week. Our modular homes are up and running with our contractor, and the first one that was delivered was out in Mini Farms. It was a very windy day, but the family was out there to see their home being delivered, and we are very excited to see these homes starting to make their arrivals to these home sites. That's for Central Agency. We have 3 homes that have been delivered by the end of next week for Fort Defiance Agency. with the wind and everything, we're thinking that may push and hinder the service connection. So we're hopeful that it'll be next week. If not, it will be the week after. For Eastern Agency, we have 3 homes that will also be connected, and the homes will be turned over to the families by the end of this month. So we are very thankful and appreciative of the contractors we have been working with, and are very appreciative for the leadership provided by Dr. Nygren and the 25th Council to ensure that these homes are being set up for the families. And then next, I wanted to share with you some information about the manner in which we are spending the funding for the agencies. For Central Agency, there is a 94% expenditure rate, and they have $48,470.01 as a remaining balance. Next, for Eastern Agency, they're at 85% expended. The balance for Eastern Agency veterans organizations is at $180,496.59. And then the next agency is Fort Defiance Agency with an expenditure rate of 90% expended. $146,283 is remaining. And then for Northern Agency, there's a 92% expenditure rate, and there's $104,973 remaining for the agency. And then for Western Agency, they're at an 87% expenditure rate with a balance of $144,472.44. So we're excited to have all of these numbers high above the 80 percentile range, and we are hopeful that all of the chapters are able to spend all of their funding this year. This is one of the few years that I've seen to where the expenditure rate has been so high, and I urge each of the commanders, each of the veterans, surviving spouses, and Gold Star mothers to ensure that you do apply for your benefits with the Veterans Trust Fund. These funds help with hardship, energy, home improvement, medical appointments, education expenses, all for the veteran. Now, for the surviving spouses, you are able to apply for hardship, energy, and home improvement. And again, these are contingent that your chapter veterans organizations have enough funding in their accounts to suffice for each of your members. So I look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My phone number is 928-871-7307. Ahihat Nana, Hagone.
Yeah, Dr. Baldwin. Shay, Lisa Jimmins, Shay, Fiscal Recovery Fund Office Partners, Shay, Director, Anna, Sneedo. Yeah, she gave us, well, Shay, it's not Janine Schlo, Tony Bash's Chin, my day skis, that's a Shay, Sitna Jane Dashanella. Thank you, everyone. My name is Lisa Jim. I'm the Executive Director for the Fiscal Recovery Fund Office. What we do at our office is we handle the ARPA funds. We handle the ARPA funds that have been received and that was given to the $211 million that was given to the council delegates for the delegate regions, which divided by 24 came out to $8.8 million. So we handle those projects. We're also helping, we work closely with DCD when they handle the bathroom additions, the housing, the bathroom renovations, the power line, water lines. We also assist in that. We are also currently working with contract accounting to get a lot of these funds processed. If you have any questions, you can also call us at 928-309-5535, or you can email me at LJYMM, like M&Ms, at Navajo-NSN.gov. What we are currently working on is the ARPA funds. Some of the ARPA funds was given over to the RRR, which stands for the Revenue Replacement Reserve Fund, which is considered general funds. Some of those chapter projects were moved over there. The $211 million I spoke about earlier. Some of those funds did stay under ARPA, and ARPA is considered the fiscal recovery funds. When the ARPA funds came to Navajo Nation, it was given a different name. The name for that is the Fiscal Recovery Funds. So when you say ARPA/FRF, they're two the same things, but our office is called the Fiscal Recovery Fund Office. One of the things that we're also working on is getting into our new office building. We're waiting for those utility connections. Another thing that we're working on is housing. We're working on the housing and all those unique utility connections as well, the water and the sewer and the power line. We're hoping to get these houses up with those connections already included. And what we're also doing is we're meeting with the council delegates. Council delegates have requested meetings at their chapters, wherever they want to meet, and we go out and meet with them. We've been meeting with several of them lately. And what we're also working on is monitoring these projects and then closing out the projects that have already been done. We are also thankful for these orientations are being held. There's going to be a Eastern Agency chapter official orientation this coming Monday at San Juan College. We'll be there presenting to the Eastern Agency officials. We had just completed the Northern Agency and the Western Agency. Western Agency official meeting was at Twin Arrows. So we're done with that one. And then again, if you have any questions, you can always call us, contact us, email me, and say that you want us to visit your chapter. We're looking at our schedule now, and then we're going to be scheduling for April. Our March is already booked, so we're looking at doing that. We're just, welcome to the new chapter officials, showing them where all these funds are, what's being done, where we're at. The deadline for these funds is December 31st, 2026. Again, if you're under the RRR, the Revenue Replacement Reserve, there is no timeline, but we like to see what you have done so far with the money given to you. We also, one of the priorities here with the Fiscal Recovery Fund Office is housing. So we're looking at the housing and the ARPA funds. Those are under DCD CHID. Some are under the council delegates, the delegate regions. And we're also looking at working with the Navajo Land Commission and the Navajo Nation Veterans Administration. And so we're thankful for the progress we have made there. And I would just like to say thank you to the FRF team, the FRF staff I have here, all the work they've been putting in to get all this done. I'm grateful. We have a finance unit, we have an engineering section, we have a monitoring and reporting section, and an administrative section. I'd just like to say a hat to all of them for all the hard work they've been putting in. And then also, we had just had International Women's Day. Like we were saying here, International Women's Day is every day for us because we're all indigenous, and we're grateful that we have it every day. And then I would just like to say thank you to everyone that has assisted us, from OOC Contract Accounting to DCD, the Fiscal Recovery team there, to all, OPVP, their staff that helped us, that have been helping us, to Navajo Land Commission staff, to the Veterans Administration staff, to everyone out there that has helped us to get these ARPA funds up and going. We're grateful for all your assistance and everything, all the time that you have put in for us. And then I also like to reach out and say congratulations and good luck to the girls and boys basketball teams that are playing now in Albuquerque. Just, good luck. And to everybody else, stay safe, stay blessed, and we'll see you again until next time. Yeah.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Miss Lisa Jim, for that report. It's always a pleasure hearing what your office does for FRF and with the ARPA funds. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Effie Edcity. I'm the Executive Director for the Office of the Navajo Tax Commission. My office administers 9 business taxes for the Navajo Nation. Soon that's probably going to move up to about 11 business taxes before the end of the year, if all of our initiatives go through. I'm a Kiani, born for Tabaha, originally from New Mexico, from Las Chile, New Mexico. And I would like to say good luck to all of our Native teams heading off to the state tournament. I know that's a really big thing right now for the basketball goers and for the high school teams. Be careful and be safe on the roads. So I'm going to start my report with our collections for first quarter first quarter fiscal year 2025. Now this is going to cover the months of October, November, and December. We now have the final numbers for that quarter. We collected 47.4 million, and that's for all of our 9 taxes. Of the 47.4 million, 25.5 million of that went into general funds. For second quarter, which is going to cover January, February, and March of this year, we've collected 33.5 million. And of that 33.5 million, 14.5 was deposited into general funds directly. Okay, so it's going to bring our total for fiscal year 2025, our collections of all 9 taxes is going to be $80,955,486. The total deposited into the general funds is $40,183,932. Now, the amounts that go into the general funds and why I report them separately is half of the non-retail sales revenue goes into the general funds. The entire collections, what we collect for tobacco products tax, the possessory interest tax, oil and severance tax, and the business activity tax, all those amounts go directly into general funds. Now, just to give you an idea of what our numbers look like for this quarter, sales, non-retail, this is going to be, non-retail is going to be our general contractors. It's going to be our service providers, accountants, lawyers, land surveyors, that industry reported 22.9 million for second quarter. Our tobacco products tax, we brought in we collected 28,000. Our possessory interest tax, we collected 17,000. Oil and severance, 817,000. Our business activity tax, we brought in 2,084,000. Fuel excise tax, $2,076,000. Hotel occupancy tax, this quarter we collected 657,000. Sales retail, this is going to be our brick and mortar stores. This is going to be our convenience stores, grocery stores, and convenience stores. Though we collected 4,239,000. Our junk food tax, we collected 483,000. Our alcohol tax for this quarter is 19,000. So that rounds up our total for collections for second quarter to 33.5 million. And our total collection for fiscal year 25 again is 80.9 million. Now that is 62% of what we projected. So I am very happy to report that number. I think we're doing very well with our collections. One of the areas that I need to review and research again is going to be our oil and severance tax. There's a little drop in the collections there. I need to take a look at what we need to do in that area to figure out the collections on that. I'm thinking it's going to be, my first guess is going to be the price per barrel for oil. We may have seen a drop in that, and I just need to verify that information. Okay, so for general funds, total we collected so far fiscal year 2025 is 40.1 million. Our projection was 69 million, so we brought in about 58% of our projections, and I think we're sitting rather well right now with that. A couple of other items to mention with my office. We the Navajo Tax Commissioners. We do have a commission, the Navajo Tax Commission. It seats 5 members. Right now, I have 3, which I'm very excited about. We finally have a quorum, and we had our first tax commissioners meeting on February 28th. It was a great meeting. We brought out some issues that I am dealing with internally and then also externally within the office. We got a listing of our initiatives and our next steps forward in some of those areas. So we had a great meeting for Navajo tax commissioners. Our next meeting is going to be next quarter. I haven't scheduled a date yet, but once I do, I will definitely post it. And speaking of posting, our office now has a new Facebook page, Navajo Nation ONTC. Take a look at it. We're barely getting it off the ground. We're going to have a listing of all of our taxes, the due dates, and any new announcements from our office will be posted on there. We have a couple of vacancies with our office, mainly the tax compliance officer positions. I believe we have 2 or 3, possibly 3. We do have one of those postings closing either yesterday or today, so we should be receiving some applications for that position. But I do have 2 more open. I have 1 tax auditor position open also, so keep a lookout on the websites to take a look and review the job descriptions. If you're interested in joining my team, that's great. Fill out an application, and we'll go from there. Tax filings, I want to mention just a couple of notes. Taxpayers are responsible for filing and paying the business taxes to our office. As I mentioned before, we have 9 business taxes. If you need assistance, please reach out to my office. Our number is 928-871-6681 and ask to speak to a compliance officer. If you're contracting with the Navajo Nation, again, please reach out to my office and get your business registered, and so we can pass those procurement clearances. For Navajo Nation departments who are required to complete the procurement clearances, please continue to submit your request to our office. We do have a new PDF fillable form. Reach out to my compliance officer, senior tax compliance officer, Cheryl Baya, and she can get you that form so we can further streamline our process and make response time a lot quicker. So our responses for procurement clearances are either going to be registered, not registered, in compliance, or not in compliance. So to be considered in compliance with my office, all of your returns and forms must be filed and all taxes paid current, up to date. If you have a payment plan with our office, those have to be current also. Some of the other items that I am working on, of course, is the nicotine tax. We are trying to nail down an effective date, and so that's going to be coming soon. I expect this one to be in the works and businesses ready to collect on this to increase the tobacco products tax rate and also the nicotine tax to my goal is to get it on the board by October 1st. So by October 1st, this one should be, retailers should be able to collect these and get the taxes onto their products by October 1st. So that is my my goal, my deadline to get the nicotine tax up and running for the nation. The solar tax, the energy storage tax that I'm working on with Delegate Slater, that one is still in draft form. We're getting a lot closer. I believe he would like to drop legislation on this pretty soon. So we're still trying to lock down some of the rates and different scenarios that could possibly come up with that tax. Another item I am working on is the dual taxation. I'm initiating dialogue with other local tribal governments to see how they are working on this issue with the current, with the 3 states, New Mexico, Arizona, and Utah. So I started dialogues with a couple of local tribes in New Mexico. So hopefully we get something on the board and working for us in that area. And that's really all of my my updates for this past month and past quarter, really. So I want to give a huge shout out, a huge thank you to my staff here at ONTC for all of their hard work and dedication. You know, collecting, being a tax collector is not an easy feat. There's always issues and complications coming up and dealing with taxpayers. So I really got to hand it to my team for their again, their hard work and their dedication. For my administrative support, thank you to Elisa. I do have a new addition to my team. Miss Tanika Lincoln joined us recently within the week. So thank you for your support. My accounting team, Stanley and Tynea. My auditors, Lawrence, Laverne, Regina, and Edward, thank you for all of your hard work. Compliance, Cheryl, Cynthia, Denisha, and Zethina. Thank you so much for everything you do. And to my temporary employees, Emily, Tanisha, and we do have a new addition, Miss Maya Jesus. Thank you so much, and I'm very happy to have you part of my team. And if you have any questions and need to reach out to my office, you can contact me at 928-871-6992. And have a great day, and may God bless. Thank you.
Don't show when you push and love won't go. Your dreams get lost and your sorrows grow. You read and try to watch TV and take a drive out to the sea. You might break down, but you can break free. Standing in a crossfire, hanging from a high wire, reaching for a lost smile that's hiding in the wind. We're standing in a cross